So today I'm going to talk about several aspects of financial management and financial planning. And the first one that I'm going to talk about is the classification of production and operating costs and the financial tools that it supports. So one financial tool that I believe is very important for a business is the break-even analysis, and it is very well supported thanks to the classification of production and operating costs, since this classification allows you to see how much of your money is going into um, the actual production of each unit and what percentage is going into things like administrative expenses or rent or things like that. And then you can actually plan forward by knowing, if you know what your break-even point is, so what level of sales you have to reach in order to cover those costs. You can then see what costs you can decrease, either whether there are operating expenses or if they are production expenses. And now, why is the sales mix important? Well, the sales mix allows you to see what percentage each product represents of the total sales of a company. So if you have a product that has a low percentage of the sales mix, then you may want to evaluate certain things about that product, like the costs that go into that product, so you can allocate the resources that go into that product into other products that are selling better and that have a higher percentage of the sales mix. And now, what is the cash conversion cycle? So the cash conversion cycle, in basic terms, is pretty much how fast you can turn your working capital into cash. And the activity ratios are very important to calculate this, since there are several turnovers and ratios that go into the actual formula for cash conversion cycle, like days payable outstanding or days sales outstanding. And these ratios, you want to pretty much inverse them, since, for example, days payable outstanding, you want to decrease that as much as you can. So this means that you want to pay to your suppliers or whatever as late as you can, and the days sales outstanding you want to collect as early as you can. So this would shorten your cash conversion cycle, so you could turn your working capital into cash in a less amount of time. And finally, I think Excel is extremely useful for financial planning, since it allows you to perform planning of several scenarios by only changing certain percentages, and the formulas you can just set them into the table, so you don't have to change or edit each certain table each time. And if you were to do this by hand, it would take a whole lot of time that it doesn't take thanks to Excel. And yeah, I think that's why I believe Excel is just a great tool for financial planning.